What up, Saiyans? So, yes, I'm a little backed up on videos. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna post the Buddha Broly. However, yeah, Gino couldn't make it today. Hopefully, can get a workout in tomorrow, but we'll see. And yeah, sleep was okay last night, but taking 1.5 scoops of the OG lychee boba tea protein, like one of the supplements that made me fall in love with the brand was their lychee is just being phenomenal. Like, it's not even just good, it's phenomenal. Like, I got a little too excited. But people in Japan would be like not even gonna lie, people in Japan, you give this to them, they probably wouldn't even know it's pre-workout. I mean, probably because a lot of them haven't taken pre-workout before, but also like they would think it's just straight juice. Like they would say this is oishi desu ne, but anyways, got 1.5 scoops in here. Hitting an upper body workout today, or I believe it's a push workout. I'm not even 100% sure. I gotta check the app. Starting a new meso, so just not really familiarized with every single workout yet. But starting this workout, some Pod Smith flat bench. So I'm not doing any more flat benching, even if it kind of throws off my shoulder work. Just because, yeah, just don't like flat. Like I gave it a try the last two mesos and just not a fan of flat pressing. However, I still got to add it in because not everyone's like me. And I just like Smith benching too. Like Smith benching, as far as like from a hypertrophy injury standpoint, it's it's gonna be one of the best movements for bench pressing, and it's gonna trump barbell benching every day of the week. Smith machine is something I definitely want to add to the hyperbolic time chamber later. Hopefully, Bells of Steel comes out with a sick one. I don't even know if they have one right now, but ooh, they got my one of my new favorite shoulder exercises. We're doing line cable lateral raises with the cuffs. This I might even like better than the Ujito raises that I normally do, or the Y raises. These feel great, and I like them so much. I added them to the second week of the meso. So how I have the mesos running for every, or how I have the mesos running currently is the workout cycle bi-weekly. So next week's workouts are gonna be totally different than this week. So first week is gonna be upper lower push pull legs. Then we're gonna rest, and then the following week is upper lower chest back shoulders arms and legs. And I just felt like it was more fun to put it that way. Those are my two favorite ways to put together 5-day splits. And yeah, I just love me an arm day. And also like a lot of people do like push pull legs, you know, even though they don't want to train 6 days a week. And even for me, I don't train 6 days a week anymore. I just like that split up. So yeah, then after that, just normal stuff. Got a new exercise at the end. That should be fun. Just gotta make sure not to go too ham on that and Yamcha myself like last time. But yeah, just super excited to just build that consistency back up again. And really just start pushing it. Like, yeah, what I have to really focus on this week is just not going too overboard, just kind of staying true to the acclimation period, because my body definitely doesn't, especially after all that rest from the trip. I just want to just go over 9,000 and push it and just start hitting PRs and getting back on it. But yeah, just gotta stay, just gotta take it slow, stay patient, and yeah, just really try to nail down these movements, because if not, then higher risk of injury, especially as we get into the ascension phase of this program. I'm gonna be toast. My fatigue levels might be too high, and yeah. But I'm gonna finish working up. warming up, and let's begin. Okay, so first exercise is, as I mentioned, supposed to be pause, flat, Smith press. However, yeah, not doing flat anymore, and kind of went back and forth between either doing a barbell incline pause bench. However, I decided to give cables another try. For some reason, cables only felt good with the AD press. However, I just figured out how to just make the bench pressing on the cables feel a lot better. And basically all I did was I dropped the incline one. Actually, this is about the same incline that I was using. However, I just pulled the bench further out. So instead I would tuck the bench back a little further in before, but I pulled it even more out than before. And basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to align the cables with, the upper pec fibers. So right here, the cables kind of are pretty much lined up directly with my upper chest, maybe close to my clavicle area. And from here, then I'm just focusing on just stretching at the bottom, getting that full stretch, and contracting at the top. And it feels amazing. Like, this feels great. Yes, I am still kind of pausing at the bottom, getting that full stretch, and just keeping it light. Again, there's just the acclimation period. This is the time to perfect your exercises. Work on that form, work on that tempo. I honestly don't even need wrist wraps, but I decided to try it out, see if they helped or not. Also, they don't hurt. So, get that stretch. Yep, that felt really damn good. So something I gotta remember when doing these cables is typically when I do incline pressing, I'll kind of pause the weights kind of like closer to my anterior delts. However, with the cables, just because the path of resistance is different, the leverage is different. When I pause at the bottom, I gotta remember to drive my hands more outwards instead of in. So instead of pausing like this in, I gotta remember to pause out and even like kind of supinate a little bit at the top, kind of create like a neutral grip when I pause, just kind of rotate in at the top like that. However, yeah, the first couple reps I kind of changed it and got that full stretch. After that, it felt amazing. And I used to hate cable machines. Like when I first started working out, that were like too narrow like this. I just felt they felt really awkward for like flies, that kind of thing. However, I think I like it better. Like, I don't know, haven't used the wide stack in a while, but everything I need to do with a smaller footprint, like, that felt great. Definitely keeping it that way moving forward, and curious how heavy we can go. Still got probably at least another 30, maybe 40 pound increase the next time we hit this, but let's keep going. Okay, so next exercise we're doing is lying cable lateral raises. This is currently my favorite shoulder exercise. And for those of you who have been following me for a while, you guys know I love them spamming them lateral raises. That lateral raise machine they used to have in the New York gym that I have at the other gym as well. And just lateral raises in general, just because I'm always trying to grow them final form freeze adults. So yeah, I always get super excited whenever I find a good, lateral delt exercise. And this is currently one of my favorites. So reason being is I'm brain farting right now. It's a very stable exercise, meaning because you're lying down on a bench, it's very stable. The thing with Y raises or unilateral raises is, yes, you can like stand the bench up like this and kind of put your chest against it, which is something I may try in the future now that I think about it. As long as you're higher than the bench and the bench doesn't get in the way of your arms, it'd probably be good. However, yeah, that's the thing with the unilateral raises is they're not as stable as you could be. You're not really leaning against everything. You're not sitting on anything. You're just standing there. And you're at the limit of really how much weight you can balance with proper form. Whereas this, you're going to be very stable throughout the entire movement. It's either you got it or you don't. And yeah, it just feels amazing. So what you want to focus on is, I'm focusing on just doing like a traditional lateral raise, but just lying down. So I am trying to bring my arms up to my sides and just even further than that, just bring it all the way up to my ears. So do this with full range of motion, control your reps, do them with the ankle cuffs. I've never actually tried them without the ankle cuffs, but ankle cuffs feel amazing on this exercise. They feel really damn good. So set up like that. And you just get a crazy contraction at the top. Whew. Yep, these are a game changer. So also something that I changed from, I believe when I did the tutorial video on this is, I think I had these one higher. I had these racks up here, which is like, I don't know, a good 6 inches from the bench. So instead, this exercise, I kind of dropped them more just to be more in line with my shoulders and as I'm pulling. And I think it's better that way. So line them up kind of right above the bench is ideal. And just kind of play around. Some of you guys may be like thicker chest to back than I am, and you guys will need to bring it up a little higher. So yeah, just kind of play around with the height and the settings and find out where it works best for you and feels best. But yeah, and I barely even felt that in my traps, to be honest. Like, I got a crazy lateral delt pump right now. Okay, so next exercise is unilateral tricep pushdowns. So this is an exercise I actually just changed just because I realized I like to try and include a unilateral exercise in every workout, or I try to if it makes sense, And I initially had just regular tricep pushdowns. However, yeah, this is just something I missed, so I just changed it to unilateral. So what I figured out was doing these with the ankle cuffs feel 100 times better. And the reason being is because you can kind of adjust your hand placement in the cuff. So if I were to use like a D handle like this, I would just have to push this straight up and down. But with the ankle cuff, I can kind of angle my hand in and out. I could even just put it straight up and down, vertical, and push straight down like that, as if it were like a rope tricep extension. However, what I feel works best is this kind of 45-degree angle. So I'm not grabbing it flat, but I'm kind of grabbing it at this 45-degree angle. And yeah, it just feels the best. I feel it in all three tricep heads, and I get a crazy contraction. The only thing is if the Velcro from this cuff is ever gonna come off, that I guess just could be your limiting factor if you're using like really old ankle cuffs. However, this one, I don't know. This is tough at AF. Like, haven't had any issues. That was one of my first initial worries when using these. But yeah, these are also, I don't know how long I had these for, but they're getting a lot of use now. I had them for at least for a couple of months. They're so cheap. I think it's like $7, and I think this is one of the best investments you can make as far as like, yeah, if you're on the workout program. Like, yeah, this is just infinitely times better. Feels better than the D handle. All your lateral raises with the ankle cuff feels a lot better. So it's gonna hit 10 as I am with everything, because it is the acclimation period, and just getting a nice good pump. I'm really enjoying this workout. Like, even though I'm not pushing things over 9,000, I didn't honestly, these times, this Master Roshi phase is the time to take a break, like a stim break off caffeine, that kind of thing. It's something that I don't really do. I guess I took a small stim break in Japan, but however, I was still like getting coffees here and there. But my caffeine level was not nearly as high as it is when I'm back, you know, because I'm taking pre-workout and usually drink like a cup of coffee or so. But it's a lot lower than a lot of other people I know, so whatever. But something else I'm doing, or that I just realized that I'm doing to make this exercise feel even better, is even though I'm grabbing it at a 45-degree angle initially, at the bottom I'm pushing my palm down to the ground. So I'm coming down here and just slamming my palm down to the ground, and I notice that makes a huge difference. Dude, my triceps are so pumped right now. Or tricep. The left side will be pumped eventually. But yeah, so come down here, and at the bottom, just push down all the way. Pretend like you're slamming your palm to the ground. Yep, and that's that for tricep pushdowns. I love it when I spend all this time on making, you know, the workouts, the mesos, balancing everything, going back and forth through everything, and everything starts like coming together. And yeah, just enjoying the fuck out of this meso, to be honest. There's gonna be a lot of gains. A lot of gains coming. Next is supposed to be reverse pec deck. However, don't have a pec deck machine. So yeah, this whole workout's pretty much going to be all cables, which is great if your gym's busy and you don't need to move around, or you have very limited equipment. Totally fine. But yeah, just gonna be doing some rear delt flies with the cables and the ankle cuffs. All right, and one more exercise after this. Also, update on Gino and the Buddha Broly. I'm not sure if any of the episodes are going to come out before this. Probably not. Mainly because I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do the series in regards to my main channel and this channel. Even although I will be uploading, and I think I'm like 90% sure that I'll be uploading the full raw episodes to this channel. And yeah, I think it'll be fun just because it's not just me talking to myself. I can actually banter off someone else and also just train them, you know, instead of just talking to a camera explaining what I'm doing. I can have someone ask questions, fix their forms, see their problems, and just everything. So pretty excited about that. Actually, not pretty. Over 9,000 excited about that, because I think Gino's going to have a crazy transformation. Right now, he's a little under the weather. So hopefully he's better in the next couple of days and we can start hitting it again and filming for you guys. But yeah, he's super down as long as we can make our schedules work and align. So yeah, stay tuned for more of that. Yeah, the first episode should be releasing probably sometime this week. Okay, last exercise. So here we're doing deficit push-ups, the basics, the bodyweight bench press. So I'm using my boxes. I'm throwing my feet up here. I am turning it more into like an incline push-up, so I am kind of angled more down. However, at the bottom, I'm doing a slight pause, just getting that nice stretch at the bottom. Do not do partials when doing this exercise. That's how I tweaked my shoulder the last time. I don't know, I was just feeling it and I tried to do a little too much partials, bounced a little bit too much and kind of irritated my anterior delt. So don't do partials on this side. I mean, partials would be fine. However, just don't bounce your partials. Do them slow and controlled. Don't be dumb like me. But yeah, this exercise feels great. I feel like I've been saying that about all the exercises. And that's why we're doing them. Because I like all these exercises and all of them feel great. And yeah, it's going to be fun to progress at. So today we're just going to be hitting 10. As always, just watching the form. Okay, one quick tip is do not let your hips sag. Okay, my lower back is a little tight today, so even more so I got to make sure everything stays neutral. Squeezing my glutes and my core throughout. Whew. Felt amazing. For those of you who may not should be strong enough yet to do deficit push-ups, feel free just to start slow. You can even do deficits, stack up 1 or 2 bumper plates and do them off your knees. It's totally fine. And just progress and work from there. Remember, there's always workarounds to everything. You can always swap out exercises. But yeah, that's the workout on this slightly cold afternoon. Also, check this out. This Alpha tank, it's probably like 6, 7 years old, something like that. It's still flipping good. It's still like new, which is crazy. And thank God I kept a lot of my Alpha stuff because yeah, they're not really around anymore. However, they make quality stuff, and I'm glad I backed them for so long because yeah, all their stuff was awesome quality. It was worth the prices and lasted a really long time. I still have so much of their clothes that are still like perfect. And Akami just woke up. Good morning. Or good afternoon. She just woke up from her nap. But yeah, that's the end. Stay tuned for the Buddha Broly. Those guys looking to ascend, join the training group, Saiyan with a 5, 5AIYAN.com. Join the hyperbolic time chamber. And yeah, because we're just starting the meso. So don't be a yamcha, don't skip your workouts, stay consistent. See you in the next one.